Hello there, MIPCOM. MIPCOM Ken, how are you doing? You're still here with your favorite virtual show host, David Fox Populi. But again, it's totally not about me. It's about my special guest, Deborah Williams. Welcome to the studio, Deborah.
Hey, thank you.
How have you been?
I'm good, thanks.
Brilliant. A-OK. Deborah, now you are the chief executive of which initiative precisely?
Well, it's the Creative Diversity Network. We're based in the UK.
Okay. I love, by the way, how it's all in the name, basically. It's an extremely clear title for a change because we get people here with the most vaguely sounding names that you can imagine. But I can sort of guess what it is that your priority lies. What is it that your company does precisely?
Precisely. We're a membership organisation for UK broadcasting.
Yes.
And we look after all the industry level work around diversity and inclusion in UK broadcasting.
Yes. So if I understand that correctly, you're not just looking at diversity in creative content, but also basically how these companies are run.
We're looking at the whole industry, supply chain, production, everything you could possibly imagine.
Yes. Can I ask you how you personally got involved with this particular
Essentially,
enterprise?
I applied for a job.
That's always a good start.
Almost 2 years ago, I applied for a job.
Perfect strategy to get involved.
I aimed high, I think, and they aimed low, so we sort of found a middle ground.
Perfect.
Where they employed
You're a very
me.
modest person. I can already see that. But were you involved with the creative industry before that point?
Before that, I was essentially, my background is I'm an actor, a writer, a performer. I spent a lot of time in theatre in particular. And then in the 2000 or so, 2011, I moved into policy making, first with arts and performing arts, etc., and then into film. So I created the diversity standards for the British Film Institute.
Yes.
And then I moved into television.
Okay. So if I get it, I mean, your background, you're a bit of a Renaissance woman here, huh? Kind of okay, excellent. Now, obviously, I mean, diversity has been part and parcel of our ongoing discussion here at MIPCOM. And, well, tell us, would you say that right now diversity we're moving towards the right direction in terms of how diversity is fairly addressed within the creative industry? What's the situation right now? Where are we in this ongoing struggle?
I would say there has been progress.
Yeah.
Not as much as there needs to be and as much as I want and as fast as I would hope, but there has been progress. You know, 5 years ago, we would not have been having in-depth conversations about diversity at MIPCOM.
I think I agree with that, absolutely.
There would not have been so many diverse participants and guests here. So I think we're moving there, but I do think that there's still a long way to go.
Yeah, I think I'm sorry to say that I very much agree with that. Would you... Obviously, you're focusing on national trends, global trends, regional trends?
Yeah, all of them. I think in the UK, the work that we do is very much about, we manage a project called Diamond, which is the world's first. So the broadcasters built it, which is an online monitoring system for diversity. So within that, we monitor who's on screen and who makes television in the UK. And then we try and use that as our baseline for developing projects and initiatives and looking around, leading the discussion and the debate around what needs to happen next and what's working and what's not working. And then, I'm called on quite a lot to do that internationally as well.
Yeah. What would you say are the toughest obstacles for this problem?
I think
what's keeping us back?
Awareness is one, and acknowledging that the ways that we work in the industry are problematic. I think the harassment and the Me Too movement have been quite interesting for the industry.
Absolutely.
But whether or not they're going to change anything in terms
that's a
of
different question,
how people behave, how people work, is the next big question, I think.
Yeah, precisely. So obviously you're challenging more than just the power establishment within one industry, because it seems to me this is a global societal mentality shift.
Yeah, absolutely.
That we're trying to at least propel.
Yeah, the culture and how we think we are as an industry, I think that's the main thing that needs shifting and challenging, and I'm up for that debate and discussion, and, bring it on is what I say, but obviously with no gloves, and
precisely,
it has
honestly,
to be
directly, no nonsense.
No nonsense.
Well, I respect that. Okay. Deborah, well, you've been here at MIPCOM. This is not your first MIPCOM, I'm guessing.
No, this is my first MIPCOM, yes. But
It
it's not
is?
my first Cannes. I used to come to the film festival, but it's my
Okay.
first MIPCOM.
Okay. So, basically, what is your role here at MIPCOM? How are you getting your message across? Who have you been talking to? What's the kind of activity you've been involved in here? What do you do here on the ground?
On the ground here this year, I was a speaker, so I chaired the
Yes.
panel this morning, the Diversity and Inclusion,
Precisely.
sponsored by A&E Networks session on, it starts at the beginning, the development stage, and sort of chairing a panel looking at what happens at development stage and how we can make sure that the diversity is included.
Yeah.
And I've sort of been to the Women Leaders event, lunch and power lunch, and the Issa Rae events that are happening. I think I've mainly been here to sort of talk about the UK brand and what we're doing, and to get ideas from around the world of what else people are thinking and doing and looking at. So I talked to the Finnish contingency, the Jamaican contingency,
Yeah.
the Brazilian contingency. So really
Oh
been
my goodness.
been talk and the Flemish group as well.
Oh, the Flemish group as well.
Which is always good. So,
Yeah.
which is really nice. I met up with some
right.
good friends, actually, people I've known over years that I've
Yeah.
not seen for a while. So I met up with a few good friends as well.
Deborah, in just a few days, you've been talking to the entire world.
It would appear so, yes.
Yeah, it would appear so. Deborah, I want to thank you sincerely, not just for being here, but also for the work that you're doing. And I hope that obviously in the months, years to come, that we are moving this debate much further than just obviously ticking boxes, a superficial nod, buzzwords, euphemisms. And I like your no-nonsense approach tremendously.
Thank
and I want
you
to
very
commend
much.
you for it.
Thank you very much indeed.
No, thank you.
It's been
Thank
a pleasure.
you, Deborah. Obviously, thank you very much. Folks, we have more interviews coming up. I want to thank Deborah Williams again for the work that you're doing here at MIPCOM and beyond. Could you remind us once again the name of your initiative and where we can find you?
We're the Creative Diversity Network, and it's creativediversitynetwork.com.
Yes.
We're based in the UK.
Based in the UK.
And if you want to get in touch with us, it's inquiries at creativediversitynetwork.com. Drop us a line.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Deborah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.